All right, everybody, this is a picture from when we first moved in, and you could see these rose bushes were just overrun, and the neighbors would cut the grass, but they didn't, they aren't going to clean that up. That ain't none of their, if they're lucky they're cutting the grass, but they did a good job of keeping grass cut and everything. But I had to tear all this out. This was just too bad. You can see we parked our cars there, and it was just overrun with all kinds of stuff. I didn't even know what some of the stuff was in there, and I just had to rip it all out, and it was just really, really bad. And you can see the drive was all, had cracks and stuff, and I sealed all that up too. So let's go to the next picture, what it looks like 1 year later. Okay, now this is 1 year later. I ripped all that stuff out. Eventually, I'm gonna move the hose reel. I'm gonna relocate that, and we bought all the blocks and everything. We put that in there, and I put a bunch of mulch in there. And the hostas, that's the hostas that's growing in there. They were back in the woods. My neighbor George, he tore them out and he threw them back in the woods, and I retrieved them and I broke them up and I put them in there. Last year they didn't take very well, but they came back this year. I mean, this is still early May. Yeah, early May, and I took that picture, so that's not bad. We did buy, no, this was probably mid June. In the middle of underneath that outcropping of the house, like that bay window thing, those we planted there. We got those from Walmart. They were some perennials, so they'll fill in underneath there. I wanted something that'll stay small, but that's what we did there. And I power washed the drive, and I recoated it with a bunch of the sealer and stuff like that. But that's it. That's what that side of the house looks like, and right now. So there you go. I'm gonna keep making videos like this. If I don't, I mean, I had a video. I'll show you what it looked like when I walked down at the end of this video, and it doesn't look nothing like this. It's before I tore all it out, and I'll show you that next. All right. All right, this is a picture where I just took the picture. I just turned left toward the backyard, and you can see all this stuff. There was an elm tree growing in the middle of that dang thing, and they had this stuff just growing around that power pole where the security light is. I had to take all of this out, and then off to the right, you can see in another video I cleaned all that out too. And way in the back, you could barely see it, there were grapevines on top. There was like 4 poles coming up out of the ground, about 5.5, 6, no, about 7 foot, 6, 7 foot out of the ground, and it was just covered with grapevines. I had to take all those grapevines out too. And then back behind the garage, I had grapevines growing across one of the telephone lines, the supply line that comes over the top of the garage. They were holding that wire, and they were going to rip it down because it was going to get too hard, so I had to clean it all up. And this is what it looks like 1 year later. All right, here it is now. I cleaned it all out. I got the fire pit back there, and I mean the grass is still growing a little bit because I had to put some grass next to the garage. We painted the garage, and that's my poor attempt at a garden. I got some peppers and tomatoes growing in there. They're doing all right, but I'm still working on stuff. And the back fence, George is replacing all those too, and I'm going to make a video of me staining all that too. So that's it. That's the quince trees, and that's the security light pole that, it's running power to it. And I don't really use it. So I had a bird feeder on it one time, but I don't feed the birds that much anymore. So just in the backwoods. So there you go. That's everything. After the topsoil I had in there and everything. So there you go. Thanks for watching.